Let me try to put this.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I see you. All right, we have 7 in the chat. Let's give more time for other royals to join us. Let's give it a little more time. Sound check. How's the sound? Echo. Okay, let me try something else. Can you hear me now? No sound? Okay, good. All right, so let's get busy, my dear royals of Africa. To my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa. Mbolo, Mbulwani, my children, this is your queen. Queen Ingon II, 17th generation crown queen of the Fang people and of the diasporan Africans, also known as the immortals, my children. Welcome, welcome to our live stream, all right? So if you catching me for the first time, welcome to Nubia, the path to return, the home of the African royals. I'm your host, the Queen Ingon II. If you like my vibe, stick around. I promise you, you will learn something. Now to my returning beautiful children, welcome, welcome back. All right, so first of all, thank you for the love you've been pouring onto your queen. Thank you for your messages of encouragement. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your support. All right. So now today we are going to talk about healing the African feminine. All right. Because our people say that when something is wrong in a community, call the women, because why? We are every child's first teacher. All right, we have the longest relationship with a child compared to our male counterpart. I mean, imagine. So we have the knowledge of our children to their deepest level, their soul levels. We carry them, we brought them about. That's why in our Bantu wisdom, she is revered, she's respected. So I know that what happened to us, you know, led us to, oh my God, royals are rolling in. I forgot your queen is out of manner. Let me acknowledge our Monkozis and queens in the first. God, Monkosi Parker, I see you, Akewa. Our queen Hazel Eugene, I see you. Mwanana, I see you. Mbolo, our queen Pam Hood, I see you. Welcome back to the path to return. Masonama, it is, yes, I see you, my beloved. This is your queen and your host. Today we are going to talk about our mothers. We are going to talk about our sisters, our daughters, all right, and the place they occupy in our society. So if you are a woman hater, you don't like the things I will talk about on this live stream. So let me give you a disclaimer. As a queen, I have to build up my people. I have to tell them the truth. You know, somebody will come and tell you, my beautiful children, you were taught this is so wrong and such a lie. And, you know, that is true and so on. That's where we come in. So we are talking about the African feminine. Now, for those who don't know it yet, the African woman is the mother of humanity. What does it mean? It means that every single human being that walks this earth originated from an African woman. All right. So it also means that she has the status above other women. She chose to birth humanity. What does it mean? It means that there's a high level of trust the creator of the universe has in her. All right. And I humbly say, not because I'm an African woman, but truth be told, she is top of the line. She's the top chick in the house. Like our children in America said, the top chick in the hizzy. All right. So what does it mean she's the top chick in the house? It means that when it comes to beauty, none can compare. When it comes to being loving, she is so loving. She's so long suffering. Nobody can compare to the love of an African woman. When it comes to wisdom, we call intellect. Our people call it wisdom. All right. When it comes to wisdom, she's very nice. So when it comes to, strength, science has confirmed it. Ask any neopediatrician, those who handle the extreme cases of being born premature. If you ask them, they will tell you the African female is the strongest. When the other babies born under the same condition won't make it because she's the strongest of all of us. So you have to understand that when it comes to everything, she's top of the line. Beauty, wisdom, strength, love, passion, understanding, patience, love, long suffering, and this is not Queen Ningon bragging. This is just confirming the choice of Tata Zambe. He chose us among so many women. So, my dear children, you have to understand, kind of comprehend the reason why we got it hard. Because we were chosen and we knew better. Okay? So, with the status of being the number one comes the set of responsibility. I see our King Manzola rolling in. Mbolo, my dear son, welcome. Welcome to our live stream. So basically, you have to see in there that, the status of being chosen, there was no way they could successfully break the African man without breaking her first. Are you guys following me? Queen M has just rolled in. Queen Marcelo, I see you. Welcome. Welcome to our live stream. Queen Manzambi is here. I see her rolling in. The royal carriages are rolling in style, in elegance, in you girls know how we do. So basically, we have to understand that I'm with you, my dear daughters. I'm with you too. So you have to understand that they couldn't have successfully broken the African man without first breaking the African woman. Now, I want our children out there to understand that whomever you come first, you cannot offend or insult or beat up such person without beating yourself up. It's an African wisdom. We know who she is in society. I grew up with grandparents. My grandmother would never go to bed if he suspect that my grandmother is still upset over an argument they had. I used to see my grandfather ensuring that whatever she was upset about to be washed out before he could go to bed. This is what we saw our elder do. The way they handle her with a lot of respect. A lot has happened to us since our forefather lost the war. They came after us. When they were able to break many of us, you know, they just left us, the African woman, to just continue breaking our own children. The reversal of the value was put on us as well. Remember in a previous video with our daughters over there in a Two Real show, they reversed the value when it came to our son treating us. They taught them to abuse us, right? And they taught they put their women on our throne. Now, when it comes to us, the African, you know how they reverse our values? They taught us to be tough with the female girl and be soft and break the males, make them soft so they won't grow to be a threat to him. This is where they got us. You know, you will see in some households, the mothers are tougher to the African princess than she should be with the male. We have that thing these days. We call our children baby, baby. This is not an African thing. We call our lovers baby, baby. This is not an African thing. This is a Caucasian woman thing. They excel in manipulation. Every smile they grant gonna cost you. Every wink, every little caress they charge. We don't have that manipulative nature. In our household, our parents call us Papa, Mama. They usually name us after a family member. If you're a female child, your father or your mother, they probably named you after their aunt or after their mom or after their grandmother. It's always a maternal they were looking up to. So they put that in our head from very young that we are important. You know, your patriarch or your matriarch calling you mama. It gives you that sense of importance. It lets you already feel that you are not somebody to be toyed with. You are not somebody to be played with. And it also serves another purpose, which is to prepare us for adulthood. So even as we are in that little kid body, we know that we're only going to be this little kid for just so long. One day, we are truly going to become our father's mama or our mother's papa. You know, when they retire, our culture demands from us to take them in our homes and take care of them. So we become like their real papa and their real mama. So you see, my dear beautiful daughters, in healing us, we have to go back to our values, okay? Stop treating the boys as babies. You know, you need to boost their self-confidence by cultivating your self-confidence first. You are a chosen woman, the most beautiful, you the prototype God put on earth. And this is not even a brag for whomever is watching there and probably just hating me for no goddamn reason, because I love who I am and I'm teaching my daughters to do the same. I have to tell them who they are, the jewels they are. So you see, my daughters, we give anything the right to rule. Okay? What does it mean? If he doesn't have a queen, if he doesn't have a wife, that crowning is not happening. But they crown us single, looking majestic, alone all the time. So he tells you that for our people, we've always had this, big value in their eyes. We've always been these jewels. So in healing, we have to go back to who we are. Our sons, we call them Papa. We start putting in their little head, you are going to grow to be a set of kids' father one day. Me, your mother who brought you back, I look up to you as I would look up to a father. As little as you are, it does something to a child's psyche. You know it in reverse, because they are our future, our children. So we depend on them more than they depend on us. So if we fail to connect them with the right value, yes, tomorrow you are going to be that Papa and name you after. Tomorrow you're going to be taking me to my hospital visit. Tomorrow you're going to have your daughter, your wife bathing me because I'm going to be so old. So we prepare them from a very young age. That's why in Africa, our fathers, they call us Papa or Mama, all of us. So they put that in our head. Depending on the ancestor they name you after, the relationship they had with that ancestor. Each time they call your name, they're going to take an advantage to praise that ancestor, how wonderful they were, of a grandmother, of a mother, of an aunt. So they switch you up like that. So you grow up knowing that you are nobody to toy with. You understand? You have that swag, you have that confidence. Because my daughters, you can only give that what you have. That's why our mothers teach us to never take disrespect. We are these idiot teachers. We set healthy boundaries by letting people know I am respectful, I'm loving, I'm understanding, I'm patient. But not because you lack of those qualities that you feel you can come and treat me anyhow. You don't take disrespect so you don't have to give it back, because you start giving disrespect out. Because at some point in your life, if you want, think back, there was a time you were just taking it and taking it and taking it, and it was just building up. And then what you do, you go and unleash it on an innocent person. That's why our mothers tell us, don't take poison inside of you. Speak your mind. We are the connection to the divine. Tata Nzambe wants us to be clear, very clear, about how we conduct our lives. Okay? So, what we need to do is climb back on our thrones. And how do we climb back on our thrones? By healing, by taking care of our own self first, by learning to admire and love ourselves. I suggest our beautiful daughters take 1 hour off every day. Spend 1 hour. My daughters, let's start with 1 hour a day. The phone is off, you're not online. You just ponder about yourself. Start with what you like about yourself, honestly. Not what you portray out, but what you know down, or quality you know you're sitting on, that you're so proud. Start with those, and then continue with those you don't like. And then state the queen you want to become. Because you have self-love, then you can set boundaries. When you come across predators, you can kick them off, while remaining that divine, nurturing, loving mother, daughter, or sister Nzambe called you to be. So, and I know our daughters, many of our daughters, in dealing with their male counterpart, they're very frustrated. My daughters, believe me, I try to walk in your shoes. That's why I toss my hat to you. The African woman born in America, she is a soldier. She is the queen of the queens. And we are to revert her and we are to help her. And she is the epitome of her warrior mothers, these empresses that went neck and neck against the oppressors. So we are to preserve her, we are to help her heal. It's all of us responsibility to help her heal. It's not that some of us who feel, who according to them they are perfect, so they take the throne that they means perfect and they speak down on those of us who are broken. Even them, they are misled because we are one with those of us who are whole. And so are we with those of us who are broken. And so a large majority of us are broken. We are all broken. Even if it's just one of us who's broken, based on the law of oneness that Nzambe told us we are part of, we are all broken. So you see, that's why being selfish, it's a no-no when it comes to our morals and our value. But what I want our males, pay attention, I didn't say men, I said males, to understand, they don't need to feel threatened when she's being celebrated, when she's being elevated, when she's being, empowered. Because it will take for her to be strong, for her to birth strong children and raise strong children, and even help him stay strong when need to be. So you see, so they shouldn't feel threatened, because if they understand that for the Bantu, she's the throne, she's the mother. That's why even growing up when we were young, we never go for somebody's mother. In Bantu land, we don't touch her. She's off limit for any jokes, anything out there kids want to tell to each other. When you go for the mother, you are calling for that body-to-body contact. It will no longer be us exchanging insults back and forth. No, it will be real confrontation. We will get physical when you go for somebody's mother. In Bantuland, we go for the fathers all the time. We will tell them, yeah, idiot. If they say something stupid to you, you're going to turn around and tell them, yeah, your father, that idiot. Because we are taught that the father is the one to reinforce the teachings of the mother. The mother is the teacher. Now, when the child is not showing what is being taught, we're counting on the father to whoop that behind so he knows better. That's why in Bantu land, he gets the verbal assault from your peers. We will say, yeah, your father, that idiot, yes, he failed to teach you right. All your fathers are idiots. We will we would always go for the father, because it's understood to us that the mother is off limit. We don't touch her no matter what. We don't dare go there, because we know you go for somebody's mother. You're cursed. First of all, we know that you're a cursed individual. That's what our fathers tell our brothers. Those of them who put their hands on their women, our father tells them you are cursed, and the curse will not be lifted until that woman you lay hands on lifted. Once you have shared intimacy with a woman, she spiritually possesses you. She can speak, just evil on your life, and it will catch up with you. That's why our fathers want our brothers to be careful with the way they handle her. Our fathers tell our brothers not to steal her, not to rob her of her pride. Basically, not to pimp her. Because she activates divine protection on the male. That's why during the typical traditional marriage, The groom, yes, he brings the dowry, but there's always something that the bride's father gives to the groom. It's always an antique weapon. It's a symbolic thing, but it's to usher her warrior, her protectors into you guys' home. Because now you are now her protector. So when you take care of her, your protection, her ancestors, because she's the throne, so she's divinely protected. Her soldiers in the spirit lined up and walk with you. When you protect her, you become useful to them. They best not let anything bad happen to you. It becomes their business to protect you. So a lot is tied to our women. Not only they keep us around, okay? Because whomever offended his mother is a curse, is a bastard. That's how we look at them. These children that put hands on their mothers, all these things, and no slavery has happened to us. It's time we cut this generational curse. You can't offend the African female. You cannot steal from her. You cannot rape her. Some of them, they rape them emotionally. They make them believe that in an effort to break her further than the system that made her slave or broke her, they make her believe that she is to be submissive to dysfunction. She has to be submissive to brokenness. She has to submit to disrespect. She has to submit to people who are not even whole, people who are sick, because the little strength she has in her, they have to take it from her too. This is where I come and say nonsense, my. A broken African woman, broken African princess will translate into a broken Africa, period. Only when she's restored and on her throne can we ever have kings around us. She's the king birthers. She's the king raiser. She raises a king. I used to hear my mother saying, I want my future daughter-in-law to sing my praises beyond my grave. This used to be the challenge of an African mom. When slavery taught us that we could go after our sons, after our husband, and then build our own legacy with the one in their part tearing it up. When we lost such power to know our role, why we have them running around to do the worst to us, is because, my dear daughter, we have already lost that power that we have over them. We bring forth this evil in this world. When they turn bad, it's because of our own fault. Behind every broken home, there's another one of us, in a form of a mother, in a form of a sister, in a form of a colleague. Some of us just wait for the people who trust us to be at their weakest point for us to mislead them. We mislead them intentionally. We give them the wrong advice, knowing that it's because that sick internal competition we have, that competition that we inherited from our foremothers since the time of Yakuba, that jealousy, you know, we kept that in us and it became part of our DNA, and we are still transferring it to our children. They come out there just being so hateful, so jealous. They will kill their brother over something their brother has. Things have gone out of hand. We need to heal, my queens. Even when broken, our royalty is like the European royalty, where they blackmail their children with their titles. Poor Prince Harry. Today they give him title, tomorrow they remove. Today he's in family picture, tomorrow, no, you cannot wear uniform. This is how they mind fuck their children. Now that they don't have our children now as slaves, now you see the viciousness with which they handle their own. For us, our royalty is a birthright. We're born with it and can nobody take it away. No matter how low we found ourselves, no matter if we found ourselves in the lowest, that identity is our birthright, and we can claim it at any time of our lives. We can say, I'm tired of wearing these slave clothes. I'm tired of speaking that slave language. Let me go and learn my own. Let me wear my own gear. Let me go back to my own. My dear children. So, our daughters, you have to understand that the time for us to heal has come. You are born into royalty and it's time for you to rise. So we all can sit on our throne like back in the day. You went through what you went through because only us could take what was coming. Tata Nzambe entrusted us with the birth of humanity because he knows we are the strongest, because he knows that only us can heal from what happened to us, so the glory could be his. We have a covenant with Nzambe, the creator. We can't let him down. We have to do our part. We have to reclaim that throne he sat us on. It starts from healing. My dear beautiful children, your innocence was stolen from you. That's why they were using rape. They rape people, not just really, is to steal their stars, is to steal their innocence, to steal their shine. Once you have raped the women in a community, you have raped the men. You have broken them without even threatening them with a gun. So you see how they can quickly, destroy a community through sex. That's why we have to know who we are, what we are made of, and the consequences associated with the things we do when we infringe our own divinity. We have to be strong so we can be strong and healthy children. You are the teacher. When you become a queen again, they will have no choice but become kings again, or go try else, or go get the downgrade life has available for them, and it wouldn't be our business. Do not compromise on your morals. My dear daughter, we need to get out of that survival mode. Trying to survive the scammers, the users, this. African women, they don't deal with half of what daughters in the diaspora deal with. They don't. You are a household in majority of Black household, but and yet you get stripped naked verbally every day. You get con, you get insulted, you get men. My daughter, you are strong, you are beautiful. There is now time you climb back on your throne and claim your throne. You can share your throne with no ego. Tell the royalty in me was asleep, awakened. Go through the reconciliation process with our ancestors. It will help the healers of our people to come. You will dream, you will see these mamas coming and hug you. Because a lot of us need to heal in the spirit. And Queen Mingon, all I can do is point you to our Creator, point you to our elevated ancestors, point you to the people who took oath to be our healers in this life and in the afterlife. Point you to our protectors, our warriors, our mercenaries. Let you know that you are not naked, barefoot, no more, to equip you with that which is yours. Okay? So, for those of you who are interested in following us on Patreon, basically, I break down the routine, the morning routine, because going, as you're going to basically embrace who you are, there's a morning routine in the life of every in the life of every in the life of every king. When you find yourself, you start recalibrating yourself. You just spend 1 hour with you, connect with Atambe, connect with your elevated ancestors. Let them know that you know now, you know better now. Okay? So, and what I would like is for us, not to exploit the shortcomings of each other. We were captured by a system that had us do the worst to each other. Now that we know better, when we see a stress, the opportunity for us to think we should take advantage of her. Because if we make her a prostitute for our assistance, for our, we have ourselves pimps. That's why our sons are horribly disrespected around. Because the world is watching, because the world sees that the women through which you are the world them. Who are you, my friend, before my eyes? This is the secret. That's why they put their own on the throne, since they learned all secret about humanity. Okay? So it should be our responsibility for our sons. Remember, I estimated 15% of them out there are true replica to their forefathers, who are kings. In presence on what these little clowns, they don't know what they're asking. They're asking for the type of respect that is given to kings. When you have a king in your life, there's not a bone in you that will make you resist but to bow. Because you connected to the divine. As a woman, you know that this papa here, when I hear his car in the garage, I break a dance to welcome him home. This kind of level of respect, submission, the Western idiot call it submission, they call it in the West. These are not things that should be asked. If you have a woman next to you who's not giving you that, ask yourself what you are doing. Because when we are in presence of a king, the queen knows how to act. It's in her blood. Stop torturing our daughter, asking to roll a red carpet when she's the one sheltering you. Hello? Asking to roll, to serve him food, when that food she had to provide, just like she's providing with the children you gave her. She had to provide for you, but you expect her. She wasn't birthed by slave. That's why you people collide with her. She is royalty. She gave the right to rule. to her people. She is a born queen. That's why you guys butt head with her, because when you come with all these silly demands, her spirit tell her, no, no, you all betray every bone in you. And then they turn around and call her psycho, and call her ghetto, and call her this, and call her that. So it's our responsibility to help her sit on her throne. If you guys have a girl who likes you and is like throwing herself in you, my dear son who are watching us, help her climb back on her throne. Be the one to tell her. Be the one to tell her, no, my princess, you look better to me. You look, you know, you look more attractive to me when you sit on that throne, when you cover up, when you don't participate into gossip. You can participate in helping building her instead of picking on her, putting her through a microscope. Oh, she's done this. Oh, she's foolish. Oh, she's shameless. Oh, she's this. Oh, the black woman that. The black woman that. From a black woman is like, if I call her foolish, and me being a black woman sitting there repeating that, it's like I'm the biggest fool, and even a bigger fool than her, to come as a black woman or African, to call one of us crazy, to call one of us fool, to call one of us loser. This is violence. Where we come from, we don't insult the mother. We don't do that. Even when she goes out naked, you would see people running with fabric to wrap her around, to cover her nakedness, because we came through her. If she's exposed, we're all exposed. This is what they seem to forget when they hang her and strip her naked and exploit her weaknesses instead of helping her build up. I have a message for you, my dear children. More than ever, Tata Nzambe relies on her. Tata Nzambe wants her to heal. That's why the people fighting her in this time of the age of the Aquarius, she was the underdog. She had been the underdog, not anymore. Anybody humiliating her, anybody fighting her will face their quick demise. It's written in the history of our people. Okay? Don't mess with her. Don't insult her. If she does something to you, we need to start acting like African, because we are African. That's why it is important that we get along so we can build, you know, communities, you know, head of communities, communities of elders. You appoint 2 or 3 people in your community. You form a council of elders. 2 or 3 females, 2 or 3 males, and then you extend it. You can make 7 women, 7 if you can find that many. You know, we have to organize instead of trying to compete with one another. You observe one mama has a lot of wisdom. Go to her, tell her, my sister, you have a lot of wisdom. I want you to know our daughters every now and then. I want you to, you know, let's start a little group. We're going to gather our youth and talk to them. You have to delegate that respect to whomever has it, instead of being out there competing. We need to stop competing with one another. If your sister is beautiful, look at her. My sister, you are so beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. It doesn't take away from you. Okay? Your sister child is your child. Your sister child is your child. Feed that one as you would feed your own. Protect that one as you would protect your own. I see our mothers dividing their own offspring. They like this, so the children of that baby mama are going to have predominance. Foolish women, if you have a matriarch that is tearing up your family, talk to her, confront her. Because just like the Mundele woman gonna get, those of us who destroy our family as females, when they should know better, they will get it worse too. You know, you have to keep in mind that the God of our ancestor is a just God. He doesn't play favorites. So in whatever we do, we have to keep it in mind. So if we work bad, we're gonna get it. And another thing, what some mothers who just tear their families because they didn't have a fulfilling marriage, they're gonna teach their children to abuse their girlfriend. They're gonna teach their sons to abuse their wives, or they're gonna teach their daughters to abuse their husband. Such women, first of all, you're going to be cast away. You will not be allowed to reincarnate. And these children, you laying generational curses on them. You know, it means that them too, they're going to perpetrate that kind of ignorance. It's not even ignorance. This is evil. Because a wise woman builds her home. She doesn't tear it up. She doesn't tear it brick by brick. She builds her home. She doesn't tear it apart. If you know a woman like that, check her. Tell her, back at home, we call them witches. These mingling mom-in-law. Because there's that thing that comes with the spirit of the water we call maniwata. And a lot of wealthy family, including royal family, they are born with that spirit, which I see in many of our kids. They're dealing with it, but they don't really know what it is. It's a spirit for the royal family. It used to bring, wealth. It brings wealth. It's a deity. The Yoruba people call her Yemaya. She got names depending. Some people are born with it and she makes you very abundant, but she has her rules. You have to maintain a clean aura. You have to be pure and innocent. When I say innocence, when I say our children, our daughter needs to recover their innocence, you have to go back to your pure state where you are not on survival mode, feeling that somebody is after you. Somebody is after you, to the point that some of our daughters are too smart for their own self. They sabotage anything good coming their way because, they are on that, survivor point. If you feel that you're on survival mode all the time, my daughter, is because somebody has robbed you of your peace. Somebody has robbed you of your innocence. And whomever that is, you have to go deep, in that place that hurts and take that back from you. Whatever he robbed from you, if it's peace, go and get it back. We don't take abuse. That's why queens are these idiots that come and try to mess with me. They think, the cute face, the accent means vulnerability. No, you maintain your purity, which means you see no evil, you hear no evil, you don't expect evil from people, so therefore evil doesn't come from you. Because until you surrender that, you're gonna always look like, you're just looking out for people to hurt you. And that's what you set out, if that's what you expect of life, you're gonna attract these kind of people that will come and do survival mode, you see, that will come and do the worst to you. So the work is really internal. We have to reclaim our innocence back. We have to reclaim our purity back. Because when we do that, when we surrender, it's no longer us fighting for us. It's the archangels fighting for us. It's the creator himself. It's the elevator ancestors. It's like when you surrender to God and you surrender to the universe, this is when you're more protected. Because people who come after you are sure to be destroyed. You didn't give them a ground to come after you. You didn't offend them. You didn't, nothing, just them being disturbed by your light. And you are not allowing them to block your light by making you evil due to their multiple attacks. You kept your light. you still let it shine, you still share it with other people. At that point, you have surrendered to the universe. All you do is worry about being that healing, that beautiful, that nurturer, and all that's what you do, because somebody else, other entities than you are fighting your battles, you know, while you maintain. My daughters, go and claim back your innocence. Take it back, whomever stole it from you. You're much more beautiful when you're innocent. Many of you, your faces are tied up. I see the fear in your eyes. Afraid to be taken advantage of. Afraid to be played again. Afraid to be abandoned. My daughters, when you go deep and see the wealth you are going to fall in love with yourself again. You are going to fall in love with yourself. And only when you are in love with yourself, you can teach people how to love you. You got to love yourself. Okay? And love and confidence is not in a way where it's like on people's face. When people do that, it comes across that they're insecure, they're just trying to pose. No, the deep love, when you sit in front of people, I can love you and kill you out. The day you bring nonsense around me, I'm as deadly as it gets. But you don't let the hard side take over the soft side. Because when you surrender it, it's the archangel fighting for you, is your ancestor. I mean, they get they get their karma quick, fast, because you're busy, you know, maintaining your energy pure. Busy healing people who come in contact with you. You're busy building up someone who's not believing in them. You're busy seeing beauty on the people that were, but you look at them, you like, you drop dead gorgeous, because your eyes have gone sharp enough to see underneath the surface. You are becoming that mother, that miracle, that mother of the nation again. The clowns sitting on your throne will vacate it. Get up, they be like, they be like, excuse me, please regain your throne. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, my daughters, let's chat a little before I end. I don't know how no, I am not going to celebrate Columbus Day. I see your emojis. No, we don't celebrate clowns. Discover, how can you discover a land people had already made a home, their whole existence and everything? Yeah, these are stories for their children, not us. Yes, it has absolutely nothing to do with us. Nyasha said, why does the need to submit? I don't believe in submission. I don't know, you know, the sad thing is when people at the same time, you know, want to maintain the confusion. The confusion is easy to maintain as long as people can claim to be both. When is advantage to them, they will claim they are African. To justify them going after many women, they're African. Then when it comes to be just like these Mundelis, these Caucasians, just who do about whatever they want, than the Western. So it's okay when they maintain that, okay, they want submission, but they want the women back at home, those who submit to their husband is not that the husband forced them. Is when you know you yourself, you are goddess, and you have next to you a God. What do we do to God? We submit. Nobody ask you. It's like I hope our children get what I'm saying. It's not that our mothers never treat our fathers for the kings they are, but those who get that treatment, they know why they get that treatment from a king, from a queen. Okay? It's never the level or kind of guy you will even want to argue. His presence alone, when you're in his presence, is bayete. Our sons, they want things they are yet to comprehend. They want things they are yet to claim back and acquire. You know, that charisma. Yes, it's in you, but it won't be activated as long as many of our sons still feel that the African woman or Black woman is the prey, is someone they need to take from, you know, and then they beat her confidence while they're eating her food in under her roof, using her car, or beating her confidence, make her feel that she's useless. You do that to her, you're doing that to yourself. And everywhere you're going to go, the world going to kick you and treat you like an animal, because the woman who brought you forth is still in the dirt. The enemy kick her. And you, her son, haven't gone, lift her up, dust her off, and put her on the throne. So, Nyasha said she's not an African. Okay? She's not a dog. Africans are not dogs. Africans are not dogs. We're the king of the earth. They try to make us dog. They try to, you know, our people say dogs don't breed cat. If you want to be a king, but you want to beat your queen to be a useless person around you, you're delusional. Because a queen can only bring a, you know, birth a king and raise a king. If she's broken, she's gonna raise a broke child, a broken child, and that's not what we do. She said that maybe I'm not African. No, we are not dogs. The guys that would make you just be on one accord with them, what they call submission and stuff. What the guys actually, they're looking for slaves. When you hear them talk, they're not measuring up, they're not protecting and providing, you know. And if some of them, you know, not all, of course, it kind of hurt them to even be providing. If they dare pay a bill, they're going to be so nasty around people around them. You have to see, but I'm sorry, you still boy. So don't expect nobody roll a red carpet in front of you when you get upset, pay your child support. Some of them, they want to sleep with our daughters for them to pay them child support, the children they had. This is how they break her, piece by piece by piece. But they don't know, as the African woman feels broken, that brokenness, they carried it on the street, no matter what suit they're wearing. No matter what suit they're wearing, they carry others' brokenness, just like the Mundeles, the Caucasian, carry their mother's cruelty around. Yes, our son carry their mother's brokenness. So it is important that we help our mothers heal, our sisters heal, and all in love. None of us is perfect. Some of us have more knowledge than others. It doesn't mean that those who don't have knowledge are least important. No, we have to try to know, you know, each other from a place of love, meaning, because I don't know what they think when they drag us without demeaning us. Okay? And I know it's something our beautiful and amazing royal can do that they are already doing. A queen can never feel threatened by another queen, for she has her own light. She has already found her own light and she's sitting on it. She sees other queens' light. If her fellow queens is trying to dim her light, she will go, don't even try. No, 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 no. I need you up. That's how we build one another. That's how we support one another. So stop calling your baby. Okay? My daughters, call them papa, mama, or by their first name. Or, you know, compliment. The kindness. Praise your children. So nobody outside gonna call them ugly and believe it. Okay? Stop calling your partners baby. It's not our thing. Our mothers, when they call our fathers and stuff, they praise them. Oh, chief, hey, boss, Monkosi, depending on how happy she is with him, the title, just go. the title just keep on going high. You know, the title just keep on climbing and climbing. You know, you're gonna know how you're performing depending on how she praises you. So there's communication between you, which is like unlike, you know how well you're performing and vice versa. You know, call her by her first name, call her my queen, mommy, she's the mother of the house. Our mothers call the spouse daddy, is to remind everybody else around he's the daddy around. They do that, you know, pa, boss, monkosi, whatever. This is when he deserves it. Not somebody calling you out of your name and you there praising him. I'll be the first one to come and tell you what the hell is wrong with you. Do you even see how he treats you? Do you see how he pushes you around? I'll be the one smacking you back to reality. We are not honor people who disrespect us. If they dishonor us, take honor away from us, and we don't check them, we will have no honor to give to any child we're going to be raising. Because we let somebody take it from us and walk away with it. No, we check them. And our people, contrary to what they say in Bantu land, a woman, you know, she's the multiplier. She can even start her own lineage without getting married. Did you know that in Bantu land, a woman, some women used to just choose not to be married, to never be married. But and yet they will have a lineage. Do you know what they will do? They will go and marry a wife for themselves. They go and pay dowry to a woman who will come. She will take care of her, give her the house. They're not lesbian, no. don't misconstrue what I said. They're not lesbian, no. She is, and the lady can have a child with whomever she chooses in the community, and that child will be of that woman's lineage. Our mothers have been bosses from the beginning of time. And this is where we need to take her. When she was strong, sitting on her throne, what did we have around? We multiplied, we built many kingdoms. And that's where we need to go back to. She is not to be abused. She's not to be used. She's not to be pimped around. No. So it's going to take our daughters to set healthy boundaries. No, I don't disrespect you. Don't call me out of my name. No, don't feel triggered because I'm being celebrated. Some people are even going into religion that encourage ignoring her. Those who call themselves Hebrew. Oh my God, now they have reason not to celebrate her birthday. not to wish her happy Mother's Day, because according to them, all these are pagan celebration. So they take from her, but and yet they expect to sit on a throne somewhere. It's just being delusional, my children. It's just being delusional. And our parents, they always invested in us, they always banked on us, because they understood when the female child is strong, you know, she gonna help her brothers be strong. She gonna, you know, help her children to be strong. She's the glue. She's the one who goes and check after the brothers when they get married and they happen to marry a savage, a savage, yeah, we say a savage woman who took them from their pack. She will be the one to reach out to that brother. How are you? How are the kids? So a female child has always been of great importance. And my daughters, I want you girls to know that the time has come to heal. Some of the healing, you may not be able to do it on your own, but I want you to know that you have help. Your mothers, your foremothers on the other side, an acknowledgement. Now you're no longer a black woman, you are African royalty. You're born into royalty. You once sat on a throne, and now you are healing, because your destiny is to climb back on that throne. Because when you are enthroned, that will get enthroned. And those who don't get that order of things are mere savages. We need to pray for and keep away from us. Remember, I rely on you as a royal of Africa to carry your stick. To carry your stick with you. That's how we keep savages off of us. Bam! Okay? But keep your thrones. Stay, you know, loving. Don't let anybody rob you of your peace. Don't let anybody rob you of your joy. Don't let anybody rob you of pride. If someone's going to come in your life and help, don't let them expect anything from you. You are not a prostitute. You need to set boundaries. You have the power. A man that come and disrespect you like that, you have the power to destroy his entire lineage with mouth. They need to be very careful with you. They are not to toy with you. Okay? So heal and be well. Be beautiful as usual. Representing. So to my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, let me see the comments. A house divided, Sonama said, a house divided cannot stand until among a king and a queen do not mean they have to compromise. Each one better to build their kingdom. Iron sharpens iron, absolutely. I don't know the notion they have that the African woman has to be broken in order for them to be whole. That reversal of value, their master told them, she's your number one. She's standing between you and success. That's why they viciously attacked me. Since I came to the, they all were male, feeling it's okay to after me like that. One calling violence on my head, the other one goes and make a whole video calling me and my people coon. Well, he's coon, starting from his he belongs to a coon. The education he got, these diplomas were signed by coon. The language he speaks is the language of a coon, but the master taught them they could be teachers to their parents. That's the disrespect. Just like their master will feel entitled to go tell our story. They will get in front of the camera and the history of a group of people. They will never let a native tell their own story. It's that audacity that they have. but they come around me, I'm going to hurt their feelings really good because I'm going to check them. I'm going to tell them who they are around me. I'm a crown queen, I'm a mother. They can easily come and disrespect me because they've been bastard for a long time. So they've been insulting women, violating women around them. So it's okay to go and violate somebody else's mother. But this is the dysfunction. Mingle. No. When you are an African, you have an accountability. Those of you in my community, somebody come and report you that you disrespected them, I will check you. I will tell you these are not the ways of our people. Go and apologize, because by you offending this woman who didn't do anything, you open up a door for any curse or whatever she want to send your way to reach you. I will speak to you. I will lead you with wisdom. Okay? So we are who we are. It takes one of us, you know, to build a nation. It also takes one of us to destroy it. We are the links pertaining to the same chain. That's what we know. Nothing is impossible to us if we are chosen by the Creator. It's because we're the most beautiful, the most strongest, the ones loaded with wisdom, the one who can suffer, heal, and forgive and shine as if nothing. We are that queen. That's all we know. Okay, so let me end it to my beautiful and amazing royal children. All right. Peace in your homes. Always peace. Okay. Tata Zambe talks to us when we are at peace. Okay. Don't let people rob you of your peace. When they come, they cross you, let them have it and flip back, go back to your normal self. Laugh, giggle, be silly, be yourself. Don't let them rob you of your innocence. Don't let them rob you of your purity. It's a form of disarming you. When they rob you of your innocence, now you're going to be like on the, you know, oh my God, they're coming, they're coming. No, you need to surrender to the divine, because he got armies fighting for you. So peace in your homes, love in your heart, and unity, for without which we are done. Until next time, my beautiful children. Mwah.